Hello, in this video demonstration I'd like to show you how to replace the battery in a GE Interlogix or UTC Interlogix wireless motion sensor. This is a sensor part number 60-511. As you see, I got the device mounted on the wall right behind. I'm just going to zoom in. First I'll show you how to remove the sensor from its mounting, take it off of the wall, and then we'll put it down on the desk to remove the battery and show you further. On the bottom of the unit, you'll see on the very small, there's a small slotted spot where you put a screwdriver in just to release the catch. Push up and the bottom will release. Pivot it from the top point, just like that, and then lift that upward. If I zoom in a little bit further, you'll see there's a screw inside of the circuit board right in this area. You'd want to take out the screw or loosen the screw that's right there in the middle of that cutout. I'm going to loosen that screw just to the point where it won't actually come out, and then grab the unit from the bottom middle and give it a tug. Okay, now I have the unit off of the wall and I'm down here at the desk. I can show you once again how to remove the faceplate off of the bracket. I'll tip it up so you can see that there is a small slot right down there on the bottom. Use a small slotted screwdriver just to push in a little bit to remove the catch. You see now that it's broken loose. Take the unit from the bottom, lift it upwards. You'll see it actually pivots off of two little points right here and here. And on the inside there are two little divots that will actually lock into that when you put it back up. The device, when it's on the wall, you'll notice it has two black anodized screws in there. One of the screws is holding the circuit board tight to the back of the housing. The other screw that you see is in this small little cutout area right here. It's a screw that you need to loosen in order to loosen it from that back bracket. Now notice when I turn that around, that's the screw that's coming out and securing into the bracket. And of course now you see right here is the battery. This battery is similar to other sensor batteries of the same manufacturer. And I'll zoom in just to get a really good view of that battery holder. You'll notice this battery holder has a plus mark embossed in the plastic right here. Always important to make sure that you get the battery installed in properly. If you don't put the battery in properly, most common problems is that the battery will drain completely in very little time and you'll need to get a new battery. On rare occasions you'll actually damage the sensor, so just be careful to put the plus mark or the little divot or dimple on the top of the battery to the plus mark right here. Now I can grab this battery usually with a finger and pop it out of there just like that and then remove it. And I can zoom out a little bit to get you a better view of the full device. And then again, when you put in a new battery, most batteries do also have, as you see on this one, has a plus mark right up here. And of course that little dimple at the top of the battery is always the positive on most batteries. Push it in there starting with the lower end, negative end first, and then pivot it in and make sure it snaps in all the way. The next thing you'll want to do is put it back up on the ceiling bracket. On the bracket you're going to see that this end is the first spot you want to align. A little catch hooks into this little hole and then it slides and pivots back. You see on this sensor right here, this right here hooks in to the top. Start from a higher point and work your way down. You'll find it catches in place and then it'll snap in right like that. Now it's secure right there on its own, but it's always recommended that you do tighten this one screw that's right here. I'll put a screwdriver on there and tighten that down, and now that's good and secure, so if the sensor ever gets bumped it won't knock off of its back plate and fall off of the wall. Now on the sensor cover, start with the top edge and then pivot your way down and snap it back into place.